all the image, graphic, music, and any comments or information provided by the presenter is for educational purposes only. This channel does not claim any rights over them. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976 is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is use permitted by the copyright statute that might be otherwise infringing.
I'm bad abigat, marahay na hapon, maayong gabi, magandang buhay, good day to everyone. We are here again, your tourism warriors from University of the East, Manila. Hi everyone, I am Donna Liza Oroximoso.
Buenos dias, I am Andre Mariel Aiko.
Hi, I am Joanna Marie Bilibugan.
Mabuhay marhay na aldaw ay Martricio Lucille G. Solis.
Naimbag nga bigat kada tayo aming kakabsat. Kamusta kayo ngay? Nag-finals manan. Siyak ngay ni Jeric.
Mabuhay, I'm Ann Kimberly Guillermo.
Good day everyone, I'm Richabel Ventura.
Hi, I'm Katrina Spineda.
Kablaaw, my name is Daniela Hamad Marzan.
Hi, this is Julian Varvia.
Hi everyone, I am Angelica Bumintaverde.
Hi, I'm Kazel Ankerpuz.
Good day and mabuhay to all of you who are watching this video. I am Julian Gaing.
Good day, my name is Ayla May P. Baluyot.
Naimbag nga aldaw, I am Jed Anferni Salvador.
Hi, good morning. My name is Ira Marie Peralta.
Buongiorno a tutti. Sono Jacob Melcia Kias.
I am April Joy A. Dandanay.
Maayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. My name is Jusil P. Malaubang.
Hola, buenos dias. I'm Ayasa May Torres.
Maray na aldaw sa imong tanan. I am Irish Roxette Santos.
For our second video, we are going to share again our learnings and understanding from our midterm discussion under the subject of cruise, leisure, and recreation tourism. But before we start, make sure that you are ready to listen and gain knowledge from us.
Tell you what I've learned about cruise ship emergency codes. So, let's get started! First, 30-30 means maintenance is needed to clean up a mess. Second, Alpha means there is a medical emergency. Third, Bravo or Bravo 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 means there is fire happening. Lastly, Charlie means there is a bomb threat.
I am about to continue the cruise terminologies with letters C to D. First is Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Second is code blue. Third is code red. And fourth is Delta. So Charlie, Charlie, Charlie means there is a security threat. This is usually practiced on Royal Caribbean ships. Next one is code blue, means there is a medical emergency. Next is code red, means there is an outbreak of illness. And last is Delta, where there is a damage to the ship, which practiced on Norwegian cruise lines.
My topic is the continuation of the codes, which is the Delta, 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 Echo, Kilo, and Omega or Oscar. First is Delta, Delta, Delta. It is the code for possible biohazard among some cruise lines. The second is Be Wary of the Echo code, which is called if the ship is starting to drift. The third is the Kilo code, which requests all the personnel to report to their emergency post, which happens in the necessary evacuations. And lastly is Omega or Oscar, which means someone's gone overboard.
And I'm here to share to you guys about the cruise ship emergency codes, Operation Bright Star, Operation Rising Star, Mr. Skylight, and Papa. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start! First one is Operation Bright Star. That means a medical emergency is happening on board. The second one is Operation Rising Star. And that means someone died on board that sometimes happen in cruise ships when Bright Star didn't work. Third one is Mr. Skylight or minor emergency in the ship. This is almost the same like Operation Bright Star, but don't worry, it's just a minor one. We got this. And lastly is code PAPA, or environmental emergency like oil spills and any types of pollutions in the middle of the sea that rarely happens during the cruise travel.
Here to discuss to you the cruise ship emergency code, Priority 2, Red Party, Shara, and Zulu Zulu Zulu. So, let's start. First is the Priority 2. It is an emergency code that stands for leak. They use this code if there's a leakage inside or outside of the cruise ship. Next is the Red Party. It is an emergency code that stands for fire at sea. They use this code if a fire broke out in the cruise ship. Next is the Shera. It is an emergency code that stands for a call for a stretcher. They use this code to notify all the staff that they need a stretcher for their passenger. Last is Zulu Zulu Zulu. It is an emergency code that stands for a fight aboard the ship. They use this code if a fight broke out inside the cruise ship.
What I've learned about cruise. I'm going to share you about the K-12 terminologies. The first one is kiteboarding. It's a sport where a large sail or kite is used to catch the wind and the pull of surfer across and often above a body of water. The second one is knot. A nautical mile equal to 1.15 land miles. The knot is often used as shorthand for a nautical mile per hour. The third one is leeward. The side of the ship or island away from the wind as opposed to windward. Lastly, lido deck, the often pulled deck on a cruise ship where most of the onboard outdoor activities take place.
In cruise ship codes, mini suite is sometimes referred to a junior suite. This is a cabin type somewhat larger than a standard balcony stateroom on a particular ship. Next one is muster drill. To gather specifically to assemble as per inspection or roll call or practice exercise. So, every cruise sailing has a muster drill. Before leaving the embarkation of port, and all passengers are required to attend with no exception. The third one is nautical, or having to do with sailors, ships, or navigation. Lastly, the NCF or non-commissionable piece. This is portion of the cruise price on which the cruise line does not pay the commission to the travel agency, such as port charges and taxes.
I will share to you what I've learned during our midterm, and there's 4 things that I have learned. First, the obstructed view. This is where there'll be something in front of your balcony or window. Typically, it's a lifeboat, deck, equipment, or simply part of the ship that is blocking your view of the ocean. Second, the owner's suite. This is the high-end class of stateroom, usually with larger living areas and larger bedrooms, along with additional amenities. Third, the passenger capacity. The occupancy rate of a cruise ship based on 2 people per room, or that plus the additional portable beds added to rooms. And last, the promenade. It refers to a deck on a ship that has open decking allowing one to walk all the way around the vessel.
Now, refurbishment is a process of improvement, and it is done through cleaning, decorating, or redesigning a part of a ship. And it refers to an update done on the ship itself. Basically, it means renovating something or restoring a part of a deck into its former condition or for the betterment of its current state. This could also be a whole makeover of the ship, and it could also serve a great purpose, just like what they refer to as stretching or stretch, in order for them to accommodate more passengers on board. Now, repositioning cruise is when a cruise ship travels from one region to another, and this is normally only a one-way itinerary. One example of this is when a cruise ship travels from, let's say, the Caribbean to Europe, or from Europe to the Mediterranean. Now, the main purpose of this, or basically the main reason why this happens, is because cruise ships, need to have like a warmer weather. So if the season changes on this specific area, they just basically need to migrate or again reposition themselves into a much warmer weather. Now next is the shore excursions. For shore excursions, it's a tour or it's a guided activity that takes part of course ashore, and it can be booked via the cruise line or it could also be arranged independently. Almost actually all cruise ships they offer offshore excursions, so it could be guided walking or bus tours that allow you to experience local history, cuisines, as well as activities that are that they have to offer on that specific destination. And lastly, sea bands are acupressure that are clinically proven in order for you to relieve nausea, motion sickness, and also morning sickness. This is common with travelers on board if ever they feel nausea or they feel again seasickness. They could just wear this, and this is also drug free. There's no intake that's needed, so this is safe both for kids and both for adults.
Then I am assigned to tackle about the terminologies of tender port and track show, also the veranda and the virtual balcony. A tender port on a cruise is one where the ship does not dock at pier. Instead, the cruise liner anchors of the coast and passengers are transported to shore in a smaller boat known as tenders. Tender port are designated by cruise lines on each itinerary, and guests can purchase tender tickets if they choose to go ashore. A tiny boat that carries passengers from the ship to the shore. When the harbor isn't deep enough for the ship to dock, tenders are deployed. So what about the track show? Track shows are, on the other hand, are short-term sales that event allows passengers to purchase products not ordinarily carried on a board ship. Track shows are known for selling diamonds and jewels. In many cases, it allows store personnel to preview and or purchase merchandise before it is made available to the public. I have here the second terminologies, which is the veranda and the virtual balcony. A veranda is a fancy name for a private balcony that comes with many staterooms on the exterior of a ship that is exposed to the sea. These verandas allow you to step outside your room and enjoy the view or get some air without venturing to the public deck, while virtual balcony is pioneered by Royal Caribbean. A virtual balcony is offered in interior cabins on its newer ships. It's a floor-to-ceiling 80-inch high-definition TV screen showing live views from the outside of the ship. Pretty awesome, right? For the first time ever, you can enjoy real-time views on the oceans and destinations from your comfort of your interior stateroom. Please note, virtual balconies are not available on all ships.
And I'm going to enumerate W to Z terminologies in cruise. Number 1. Waterproof phone pouch. A plastic pouch that is used to protect a smartphone from water, sun, and dust. Number 2. Wave season. A 3-month period from early January to the end of March, during which cruise lines and travel agents book a large number of cruises based on the fact that a large number of cruisers book their sailings in the early months of the year, and cruise line offers special deals. Number 3. Whale tail. A funnel design used on Carnival cruise ships and actually a Carnival patent. Number 4. Windward. The side of the ship against the wind is blowing. Number 5. Zipline. A thrilling outdoor activity wherein a rider wears a harness that is securely connected to a cable suspended above the ground. Number 6. Zodiac. A brand of inflatable boats that is used on luxury ships and expedition cruises and used as tenders, sometimes called a skiff.
Just a disclaimer before we go to local and European cruises, due to the pandemic, travel policies and other information and schedule change quickly and frequently. If you are interested on said cruises, we will be having a link of their official account on the description box.
Discussing one of the local cruises that we have here in Manila. Prestige Cruises Incorporated offers Manila Bay dining that cruises 4 times a day through the weekdays and 5 times a day during the weekends and holidays. It takes about an hour and you are provided with a man and a woman who's serenading you as the ship cruises along Manila Bay. It reaches Mall of Asia before returning to the dock near the now closed Jumbo Palace. For the weekday schedule, it starts from 3 p.m. and ends with 11 p.m. And for the weekend schedule and holidays, it starts at 3 p.m. and ends at 1 a.m.
Cruising is the most expensive yet exciting and satisfying event that you can experience in your entire life. It is an all-in-one vacation that you can enjoy across the globe. In the Philippines, cruising industry is just starting and we don't have a large vessel to maneuver for an expedition voyage. However, we have some local cruises that you can still enjoy even in a short period of time. One of these is the Lubbock River Cruise. It is the topmost destination for Filipino and foreign tourists in Bohol Island. By spending 550 pesos, you can enjoy the first-class dining experience in a festival-themed floating restaurant. The cruise ship will have a piece of live music like Boholano song, jazz, or blues. Along the way to the river, you will also stop to a balsa or floating stage to watch the traditional dance and other performances from the river performers. Furthermore, river cruise turns to be romantic because of the 450 lampposts and floodlights lighting the river bank from the docking port all the way to the Busay Falls. It will be a great experience to witness the river charms while watching the fireflies glow and savoring the cold breeze at night. Additionally, floating restaurant is made of 2 bangkas or pontoons with a large wood on top serving as a deck. It also have a small boat at the back to push it along the river. Floating restaurant will follow the green-colored river all the way to the Busay Falls and make a U-turn to end their journey.
To discuss the Island Bangka Cruises. Island Bangka Cruises, born in 2008, has elevated and professionalized the island experience. Also, are one of the best experience in Cebu, has to offer for its island hopping activity and water-based adventures such as scuba diving, snorkeling, and fish feeding. Island Bangka Cruises based in Punta Engaño. This experience starts at the reception area where guests can launch and relax while waiting to board. Island Bangka has put together package and services that Cebu can be proud to offer its visitors. It offers activities and special package such as sunset cruises, picnics on board, or on a sandbar. Fish feeding is a favorite activity in this island as you can feed these tropical fishes with your hands. Cruises are led by head steward and a uniformed crew will always be present to serve the guest needs. Island Bangka Cruises had made the journey just as important as the destination.
I am here now to welcome you on board MV To Go Maligaya. MV To Go Maligaya is the To Go Travel new vessel. It is a Ro-Ro passenger ship which is the latest sea travel here in Philippines. This ship had her maiden voyage last May 30, 2021 from Manila to Cebu and Cagayan de Oro as part of its regular itinerary. It represents optimism and hope in travel industry, which is I think relevant in today's situation because of pandemic. This is also our country's largest, fastest, and most technologically advanced ship. With an overall length of 195 meters, a beam of 26 meters, and a listed gross tonnage of 20,046 tons, as well as the service speed of 20 to 23.5 knots, which is the Manila to Cebu now is just 17 hours long compared to the normal 22 to 25 hours. A vessel that can carry cargoes and passengers nationwide linking to its major ports here in our country. It can accommodate up to 800 passengers with much bigger rooms and wider common areas. In terms of facilities and accommodation, they will welcome us their grand lobby area, their quick mart, their souvenir shops, and they also have the KTV rooms, the cafe, the lounge area, the sun deck area, and many more. And of course, their comfortable rooms. Really, while searching this, I can say nothing but wow. Before I end, I will highlight what To Go Travel Assistant Vice President for Marketing, Mr. Blessy Cruz said. Credits to him. He said that masaya is a feeling of happy, but maligaya is a deep sense of joy and youthfulness, which I agree to him, because they offer their very best to be safe, reliable, efficient, effective, to have an enjoyable and memorable memories and services to their lovely passengers.
Sunrise Cruises or Carnival Sunrise, formerly Carnival Triumph, is a Destiny-class cruise ship operated by Carnival Cruise Line. As she and her three younger sisters, Carnival Victory, Costa Fortuna, and Costa Magica, are each a redesigned version of the lead ship in the class. She is sometimes referred to as the first class of Triumph class of cruise ships. Carnival Sunrise is currently homeported in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Built by Fincantieri and its Monte Falcon shipyard in fully Venezia Giulia, northern Italy, she was floated out on October 23, 1999 and she christened by Madeline Arison, wife of Mickey Arison, then the CEO now and the chairman of Carnival Corporation of Carnival. Port of registry in Bahamas, Nassau. It costs a lot of $420 million US dollars. The yard number is 5,979.
I will be discussing the history of P&O cruises. Peninsular and Oriental Steam Navigation Company, or also known as P&O, was founded back in 1837, but its origins date was way back in 1822, making it a decade from being a 200 years old company. P&O was actually founded by two men named Brodie McGee Wilcox, a London shipbroker, and Arthur Anderson, a Scottish sailor. Before they became known as P&O, they are originally known as Peninsular Steam Navigation Company, but when the line merged with Transatlantic Steam Navigation Company back in 1840, they became known as Peninsular and Oriental Steam Navigation Company. And back in 1844, P&O carried its first passengers from Southampton, UK to Athens, Gibraltar, and Malta. The first official cruise from the company was the Vectis, a ship purposely built for 150 passengers, and the voyage took place back in 1904. In the late 60s and 70s, the company went under a rebrand, creating P&O Cruises and P&O Cruises Australia. And lastly, back in 2003, the company merged with Carnival Corporation, creating Carnival Corporation and PLC.
P&O Cruises is a British cruise line based at Carnival House in Southampton, England, operated by Carnival UK and owned by Carnival Corporation and PLC. P&O stands for Peninsular and Oriental Steam Navigation Company. The owners of P&O Cruise Lines are the following. First is Mickey Arison. He is an Israeli-American billionaire businessman and chairman of Carnival Corporation, which is the world's largest cruise operator. He owns an 8.8% stake through a Wilmington, Delaware-based holding company and various trusts. Second is David K. Dingle. He was a chair of Maritime UK between 2015 to 2018. David was appointed chairman of Carnival UK in October 2014. He previously held the position of CEO from June 2007 with full operating responsibility for the UK-based brands P&O Cruises and Cunard. And lastly is Paul Ludlow. Paul Ludlow serves as the president, P&O Cruises of the company since 2018. Paul is accountable for the revenue delivery and guest experience for P&O Cruises, along with the continued brand development for the UK's market-leading cruise line.
What I've learned in our lesson is about dining. First is the fresh and informal dining. From buffet to the poolside snack bars, these casual spots are perfect place to stop by and tuck into a tasty bite. Second is the contemporary flavor dinings. From light bites to the decadent dinner, a lot of menu for every appetite. Third is the thick and special. And lastly is served with the entertainment. Also, the photo gallery. Because cruise holidays bring so many priceless moments, that's why photo gallery wants to help you to remember some of your memories in the cruise forever.
And now, let's talk about P&O Cruise with their luxury accommodation and entertainment. Of course, from a day of exploration, you will truly want your stay to be comfortable and relaxing. European cruise accommodation is so good that you could just simply relax, sit back, and enjoy the experience. First, they have their suite. Their suite are very relaxing and comfortable to stay, as well as their balcony cabins. Their balcony cabins are ideal if you would like to step outside and breathe in the fresh sea air from your cabin. And next is their sea view cabins. Their sea view cabins are perfect for guests who would like to take a view from the ocean and take a look what it is like outside the cruise ship. And lastly are their inside cabins. Their inside cabins are perfect for guests who are looking forward for a great and unforgettable experience on board. And now, let's talk about European cruise entertainment. You can be as spontaneous as you like, whether it's an intimate drink or a celebration with friends, a night to get glammed up, or you can keep it casual, the choice is yours. European cruise have their footlight theater, live lounges, Monte Carlo Club Casino, and lastly, their three-tier Palladium Theater. And next are their onboard activities. There are so much to do on board, from their selections of dining options, bars, lounges, shoppings, and plenty for children too.
Do you know why the P&O cruise should be chosen when it comes to choosing a cruise line? Well, it is because of their 6 advantages over other cruise line companies, such as price promising, flexible payment option, part of the world's largest leisure, expert at holidays at seas, Britain's favorite cruise line, and ATOL and ABDA protected. Whether you're new to cruising or a seasoned pro, it's good to know that when you holiday with P&O Cruises, you're in safe and trusted hands. Whenever you book with P&O Cruises, you will have reassurance and expert support when needed, so you can focus on enjoying your holiday. So what are you waiting for? Let's choose the P&O Cruise Line.
There are various ways to travel across the Philippines or even in Europe, but sea travel is the most popular alternatives. Ferries and Roros may not be the fastest choice, but it is reliable and convenient for those people who are on budget. I guarantee you'll have the most happiest days of your life while enjoying the facilities, accommodation, and services of different cruises across the world. That was the end of this video. Thank you for watching and we hope you learned from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give us your thumbs up. Also click the subscribe button and notification bell. We'll see you guys on the next one for more kasiyahan at kaalaman. Agya manak, paalam, bye!